And certainly on the basis of what we saw in his opening contest, when he beat the Midlander Sid Razak, he looks a handy proposition. But I think the fact that he's moved up a couple of weights, Duke, indicative of the fact that he knows that he can't make featherweight anymore. His featherweight days are behind him.
Well, you know, he's probably a super featherweight then, because I definitely don't think he's a lightweight. Just not big enough.
No?
Not big enough. Absolutely. You know, some of the lightweights that are out there are absolutely massive. You look at Thaxton, Murray, they're at the top end of that weight. They're twice his size. But, you know, I mean, he's got a long way to go to get to those guys, obviously. But, you know, a super featherweight is probably more him.
Duke, good ticket seller. Plenty made their way down from Royston to cheer on the buzzsaw. Kirillovs lost his one pro fight to Jamie Ormond. From Vilnius on the Baltic.
Evans so intent to get the right hand over the top. Keeps throwing it, keeps planting it, puts everything he can behind it. Should be using the jab more. Work his way in, look for the opening. You can feel the tension in his work. Needs to try and relax. Got to be composed and relaxed at the same time.
Failed to make the weight in his last fight, did Bradley Evans, against Christopher Riley, and had the slightly undignified job of apologising to his fans who'd bought tickets that he wouldn't be able to take his place in the ring. Well, now he's trying to make up.
So unfortunately for Evans, because I don't believe he's a true lightweight, and he hasn't got long arms, he's got very short arms, short in stature, so a lot of his punches are going to fall short, and in turn it's going to look a little bit scrappy.
Junior and senior ABA champion in the past, Evans, and a former England under-19 captain. Good amateur record, but a fairly scrappy opening round, it has to be said.
Gum shields out of Evans' mouth. Referee seen it, just waiting for a little break, picked it up, there he goes.
Maybe wait till the end of the round now. The rule is that there's supposed to be a break in the action before it's replaced. I'd like to see him relying a bit more on the time-honoured manner of fighting in behind the jab, I think.
Absolutely. I mean, he's a nice, tidy little boxer, but I think he's fighting out of his weight division, which makes the fights a lot harder. You know, against true lightweights, big lightweights, got to fight twice as hard. Why make the fight any harder than it already is?
Because you can't make 9 stone, presumably. Guy's only 20 years old and still getting bigger. Maybe that's naturally the weight that he's coming in at now. Not everybody can endure a life of misery making the weight like you used to, Duke.
Absolutely, yeah. But look at the reward. Evans' right eye, I think, is starting to mark up.
Oh, good shot. Good shot from Kirillovs. Lovely right uppercut. That was a really good shot.
Oh, the thing is, he's not going to see these punches coming, because you know, this guy's he's a little bit bigger, physically bigger than Evans. Looking for it again. Walked onto it again, did Evans.
And yet he's the lighter man at the weigh-in. Kirillovs only weighed 9 stone 5.5. Bradley Evans, a 6-pound advantage. Supposedly, if it is an advantage, which is a moot point at the moment.
Evans' right eye, for me, is just starting to mark up, as I've already said. He's forcing the fight, but walking into trouble. So Kirillovs starting to get more adventurous now. It's the only punch he's landed in the round, but look at him, looking for the same shot.
Only just off target as he tried to whip that right hand up Another good left hand as well from Kirillovs. And this is not particularly impressive from Evans right now. He's looking for it again.
All day long. You know, he's having a lot of success with the punch, so he's going to look for it. But this is what happens when you're out of your weight zone. You know, fights like this, which are supposed to be routine, they're twice as hard.
You can see from his physique, Kirillovs very fit.
Yeah,
only the one pro fight in his career so far, as I was saying. But he looks in terrific shape, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's incredibly fit. He's crude. What he does is ugly. There's no real technique behind his work. But his physical strength, you just know that he's physically stronger than Evans. That's why he's able to soak up these punches. But Evans has to keep working now and grind out a victory. Now the referee just had a look at that eye.